Since the procedure, my confidence has just absolutely gone through the roof. Hi, I'm Lewis. I'm 26 from Manchester. I'm a client services manager, and I've come to City Clinics today for my 9-month post-op review following an FUE procedure. So when I was about 18 or 19, I was experiencing quite a fair amount of hair loss. The hair loss was kind of on my hands, and I noticed it in the shower. And people were making short or small comments because I was with like a laddie bunch of friends. And it was after that when I really started to notice it. One of my good friends, he's called Danny, he actually approached City Clinics after doing a lot of research on Dr. Mohammed and the wider company in itself. He then experienced a hair transplant procedure similar to mine. Something that initially I thought was going to be an issue was, what people thought about having the procedure done and what my family thought. But as soon as I mentioned that I wanted to have it done, they kind of backed me and were confident in the process throughout. One of the misconceptions about having a procedure in the UK is obviously surrounded by price. But the things that you don't actually think about having a procedure in the UK is all the aftercare that you receive and the direct access to Dr. Mohammed. Little issues such as whether you've had an infection post-procedure, that can be sorted out straight away. The price was actually quite reasonable considering on the effect that it's going to have on kind of my future and my confidence. When I entered the clinic, I was greeted by Dr. Mohammed, which for me was a positive thing, having the person that is doing the procedure greeting you at the front door. When I arrived, there was a few short forms to fill out, but after that we were straight underway with how exactly the process was going to work. Something that was a real big surprise for me was having the lines drawn on my head with a laser and just seeing the real difference where the hair was going to come from. After having, experiencing hair loss for so many years, it was really surprising to me, and it kind of almost brought me back down to reality to say, this is the day that I was going to have the process done. So initially, Dr. Mohammed provided me with a full aftercare program following the procedure. Something that I initially noticed was after 2 weeks, after all your scabs have started to go, and you can see all the little implanted hairs on the affected areas. That for me was when I started to realise, this is going to look great. It was probably down to about 3 months down the line when I noticed the real great results, and that is when you go through a shedding phase, which is obviously all included in your education. But something that I noticed was that the hair for me didn't necessarily shed too much, but the hair grew back real great after about 3 months. Between the 3 to 6 months mark is when I really started to notice the results coming through. I was really happy with the results. A lot of friends and a lot of family were asking me about the results, giving me compliments. I want to flaunt my hair, I want to show people, and I'm really happy to tell people exactly how I achieved the results that I've got. What I would suggest to people is if you are feeling unconfident or you feel like you want to inquire about this process, is go and speak to the guys at City Clinics. They're very well educated and they will talk you through the process from day one all the way through till whenever you're really happy with your hair. And that's something for me that was kind of a key value post-surgery. So, my advice to anyone, either my age or older or even younger than me, that is experiencing hair loss, is to just inquire. Find out information about the guys. They will talk you through the whole process. Dr. Mohammed is fantastic in terms of what he knows. His knowledge is second to none. And from me, it's just a 5-star recommendation.